Hey everybody, this is Tammy with the Robin's Nest. My next thing that we will be doing is me and the kids, the daycare kids actually, went out and picked a bunch of dandelions out of the yard, and so that we could make some jelly. I told them if they helped me pick the dandelion heads, then we will try it Monday. If they like it, then I will send them home a jelly jar full of jelly. So they was so excited. So let's go ahead and get going. Alrighty, so we went and we ended up with 4 1/4 cups of dandelions. I went ahead and cut all of the greens off of the bottom. You can leave it on there. It should taste the same, they say. It just gives it like a green tint, but I want the yellow. So, one recipe is 2 cups of dandelion heads, 4 cups of boiling water, and that makes the tea. So that's what we're going to do first. So right now I've got 8 cups of water in here. Let me move it over here. Got to bring that to a boil. Going to bring that to a boil. And then I've got 2 gallon or half-gallon jugs and my rings in water heating up. Because you don't want to put hot water in cold jars. The jars will crack. So I just turned this on. I'll kind of pan over the recipe that I've got. And I'll come back and, well, I guess I better explain. Okay, so what I'm going to do is take the jars out once they get hot, once the water's boiling. I'll put 4 cups in each jar, and then I'll put 2 cups of dandelion heads in the jars, let it cool down a little bit, and I'll put it in the refrigerator for at least 6 hours steeping. I'll probably end up leaving it till about this time tomorrow evening so I can make the jelly. So when I get ready to do the jelly, I'll bring you guys back and show you how it's done. See you a little later. Alrighty, so I'm back. I got the water boiled, and then I put the dandelion heads in 2 jars, 4 cups of water each, and it's cooled down, and I'm fixing to put them in the refrigerator till tomorrow evening, and then I will make the jelly, or the jelly. So stick with us, and I'll get back a little later. Alrighty, everybody, this is Tammy with the Robin's Nest. We're back. It's the next evening, about 24 hours since I started the dandelion tea to make the jelly. So what we're going to do now is we're going to strain it. It's been in the refrigerator for 24 hours. We're going to strain it in this pan that I am going to cook with. So I'm just going to smush it and get all that juice out as much as I can. All that tea. So I'm making 2 batches. Because I want to make enough for everybody to try. I'm going to put the dandelion heads in here, and then I won't throw that in the trash. I'll take it out and put it in my compost pile. But to refresh your memory, To make the tea, you need 2 cups of dandelion heads and 4 cups of boiling water. And then you put the water in the jars, and then you put the dandelions in the hot water. Let it kind of cool down a little bit, and then put it in the refrigerator for about 6 hours, but it won't hurt to leave it in a little bit longer. So now the next step is to strain this, and then we will put it on the stove. And start our jelly process. I'm just pushing all of the tea out of here. This actually makes a tea. It's a dandelion tea. I want to get as much juice out as I can. Hopefully you can see this. Okay, so I got, and like I said, I won't waste that. I'll put that in my compost pile. So now we should have about 8 cups of dandelion tea. And let me get something to measure. This is 8 cups right here, so we'll just go ahead and measure it just to make sure. And we got exactly 8 cups. I did put just a little bit more than 8 cups of water because I knew some of it would reduce down. So I'm going to stick this over here on the stove. And I'll bring you over here. So over here I've got 12 jelly jars in water, sterilizing them. Back here on the back I've got the lids and the rings. And I've got a towel here, so when I water bath them, I can bring them out and not set them on a cold cabinet. I've got a whisk, my lid. It takes it out of the water. This gets the lids and rings out of the hot water. I have a funnel. Each recipe calls for 1 box of Sure Gel, so I need 2. I got that. Each recipe calls for 2 tablespoons of lemon juice, so I've got lemon juice. And then each recipe calls for 4 cups of sugar, so I got 8 cups of sugar. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring this tea up to a boil. And then I'll be back as soon as it's boiling. Okay, everybody, I've got my dandelion tea boiling. So it's time to put the pectin in. And it's 1 box per recipe. And I am going to do 2 recipes. So I need 2 boxes of pectin. And then I need 2 tablespoons of lemon juice per recipe. So, whoops, I just sprayed that all over everywhere. So there's 2. I need a total of 4 tablespoons. I need to quit squeezing that. And just so you guys know, this is my first time making this. So we will see what it tastes like. Okay, I am going to whisk this together. Let it boil for 1 minute. Then I will add the sugar and boil for 3 minutes. And then I'll get back with you when I get ready to put it in my jars. Okay, everybody, I did, brought it up to a boil, added the pectin, the lemon juice, brought it back up to a boil. I let it boil for 3 minutes. And now we are going to I think I need to skim that off. It looks kind of it's got some white stuff on top. Skim that off. I'm going to put the hot liquid in my hot jars. About an inch headspace. Inch from the top. You do anytime you have hot liquid, you want hot jars. That way they don't break. I'm just going to show you guys a couple. From what I have seen, this will taste like honey with a slight hint of lemon. So you do want to take a clean, dry, wet, whatever you prefer, and wipe your rims just to make sure there's nothing on them. And then you get a lid and you pop it on there. Oh, it's hot. And you do fingertip tight. And then I'll take it, whoops, upside down, Tammy. And I'll stick it over here in my canning rack for my water bath canner. And then I will process them once they're boiling for 5 minutes. Is all I have to do is 5 minutes. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get all of these in, get it done, because I've got a busy night. I got to make potato salad, baked beans for Easter tomorrow. So we will see you in the next video. Alrighty, guys, I thought I'd bring you back in and show you. I ended up with 12 jelly jars and 1 pint-sized jar, which I'll just put that in the refrigerator, and that will be our test Monday morning when the kids get here. I told them if they liked it, then they could take a jar home, since they went out and helped pick dandelions. So this will be the first time. They're starting to pop. Do you hear them pop? And that means they're sealing. And we'll give them a taste test. It's a good way to forage in your yard. I don't have to worry because I know there's no pesticides on my yard. I've lived here for 7 years, going on 8. And I don't have any animals to potty in the yard, so I don't have to worry about that either. So, yeah. So besides, you can use the dandelion heads for salads. You can deep fat fry them. You can dehydrate them. You can use them in medicinal medicines. You can use the leaves in salads. You can dehydrate those and use them medicinal. And the roots also can be medicinal. You just pull up the roots, dehydrate them, and then you find the recipe for it. So dandelion's good for a lot of things. Just have to read up for yourself what it's good for to make sure that it's good for you. So I will close out this video and we will see you in the next one. I hope you had a really good Easter.